Hi everyone. Today we are going to go over the grade 5 practice exam from 2024, and this is paper A. Question 1 is rhythm. In question 1.1, there are 3 questions A, B, and C, and they ask you to circle the correct time signature for each of these bars. So let's take a look at question A together. The first thing I'll do is to look at the answers. So you are going to first look at your choices. There is a 2-2 time. Top number 2 means 2 beats in a bar. Bottom number 2 means minimum is 1 beat. Just means 2 minimum beats in one bar. Next one is 3-4 time. Top number 3 means 3 beats. Bottom number 4 means crotchet. So 3-4 means 3 crotchet beats in a bar. The last one is 7-8 time. Top number 7 means 7 beats. Bottom number 8 is a quaver. So there are 7 quaver beats in a bar. Now, if I look at these 3 choices, right, I could have a minimum as a beat, a crotchet as a beat, and a quaver as a beat. So now let's take a look at the rhythm together. I'm going to first look at the triplet. So there are 3 crotchets, and together they make a triplet. A triplet in music means 3 notes that are played in the time of 2. So 3 crotchets in the triplet does not equal to 3 crotchet beats. It's actually 2 crotchet beats. So we're going to cross out 1 crotchet, which means together this is a value of a minimum. Now for the next part, there are 2 semiquavers here. So together is a quaver. This one is a quaver. So together is a crotchet. So this is 1 crotchet, and this is a minimum. So you can see there are 3 crotchet beats in this rhythm. So the answer would be 3-4 time. Question B. Again, we're going to first look at the choices. Choice number 1 is 9-16 time. So 9 is 9. 16 means semiquavers. Now, however, here, it doesn't mean that there are 9 beats of semiquaver in a bar because top number 9 means it's compound time. So what I'm going to do is, you can do the same thing because in the exam, you can prepare a blank piece of paper. It can be your scrap paper, so you can write anything on it during the exam. So what I'm going to do is to first write down simple time, compound time, like a little chart to help myself. 2, 3, 4, which means 2 beats, 3 beats, or 4 beats. These are top number in the time signature. For compound time, I'm going to put in 6, 9, and 12. Again, these are the top numbers in the time signature. Now, how does this chart help you? Well, first of all, right, simple time, the main beat will be divided into 2. Just for example, a crotchet will be split into 2 quavers. And in compound time, the main beat will be a dotted beat, right? And it will be split into 3 equal parts. So again, this is example, maybe 3 quavers here. So you see one is 2 quavers, which mean 1 crotchet. The other one is 3 quavers, which means a dotted crotchet. Now, if you look at the bottom number, they're bigger, right? 6, 9, 12, they're bigger numbers. So when the numbers are bigger, they indicate compound time. When the numbers are smaller, if it's 2, 3, or 4, they will be simple time. So now, let's say I'm going to look at number 12. Now, 12 would be the same as 4 beats. So top number 12 doesn't mean there are 12 beats. It means 12 of something, 12 quavers, 12 semiquavers, etc., right? But what you need to do is you have to think that for that 12 quavers, for example, because they are grouped into 3, so you will end up having how many sets of free quavers. 12 will make 4 sets of free quavers, right? So 12 as a top number in compound time is actually 4 beats. So you have to keep that in mind when you do compound time. Now let's go back to this 9/16 time. So 9/16 means 9 semiquavers. Again, as said earlier, it doesn't mean that there are 9 beats of semiquavers. There are 9 semiquavers, just not 9 beats. So what we need to do is one more step. So simplify it into 2 beats, 3 beats, or 4 beats. So go to the chart. Number 9 here would give you number 3 because 9 beats of semiquavers. Okay, first of all, I'm going to write down 3. It will be 3 beats of something. Now, what would that something at the bottom? You have semiquaver, 16 means semiquaver, but you need 3 semiquavers. So this times 3 to make 1 beat. So 3 semiquavers would make a dotted quaver. So you will end up having 3 dotted quaver beats in 9/16 time. The next choice is 12/16. So the bottom number is also 16. 12, just write down 12. 16, again, means semiquaver. And 12 is right here. So look at this column. 12 will give you 4 main beats because now if you divide 12 by 3, you have 4 sets. So 4 sets of, again, same thing. This times 3 equals to dotted quaver as well. So 12/16 time just mean 4 dotted quaver beats. Now the last one is just 4/8 time. This is a simple time because top number is a small number 4. So 4 is the beat. 4 beats of 8 would be a quaver. So we've got 2 choices of compound time, 9/16 and 12/16, and 1 choice of simple time, which is the 4/8 time. So now let's take a look at the rhythm together. Now this looks pretty complicated, right? So most students, when they look at it, they are like scared because there are so many beams and, they are beamed in kind of like a weird way to them. And there are some rest and the note values are very small. So the first thing you want to do is to look at the grouping. So you see how these are all beamed together. So you're going to look at these together, these notes as a set. Now, and usually you will start by looking at the smallest value, which means here and here, we've got 1, 2, 3 beams. They are demi-semiquavers. So what do 2 demi-semiquavers make? So together, it will be 1 semiquaver. Now then the next one here, this one has 2 tails. 2 beams means 2 tails. So this is just a semiquaver. This one is also a semiquaver. So now you see there are 3 semiquavers, and if you look at the orange beam, they are beamed together as a group. So we need to look at them as 1 beat. So what do 3 semiquavers make? It will become a dotted quaver beat, right? So this is your main beat. Now it's giving you some clue whether it's simple time or compound time already, because it looks like we are having a dotted beat, right? And a dotted beat is telling us that it is compound time. Now go back to this chart here. See if you have, let's say, 2 quavers, you will have a crotchet. That's your main beat, right? But if you have 3 quavers, that will give you a dotted crotchet. So the dotted beat will be your main beat in compound time. Now let's move on to the next set in question B. Now, what I'm going to do again is to look at the beams, right, or the beaming. So you see how these are beamed together, so you have to look at them together. Again, start with the smallest value, which means these two, there are 3 beams. So same thing, these together just make a semiquaver. Then there is a semiquaver here, and don't forget there is this semiquaver rest. before this group of notes, right? So now I've got a semiquaver here, that's the rest. Semiquaver here, that's the last note. And again, together they make another dotted quaver. So that will be my second beat. Then let's take a look at the last group of notes. So again, all these notes are beamed together, so I'm going to look at them as one group. Now here, this rhythm looks a little weird, right? Maybe some students get very scared when they see something like this, but you can just simplify it. First, take a look at the smallest value note, right? The first one here, there's 1, 2, 3 beams, which means this is a demi-semiquaver. Now this one here, it just go the other way because the beams need to be joined together, but this is also 1, 2, 3 beams. So this is another demi-semiquaver. Together, they make one semiquaver. Now the note in the middle itself, this one, has two tails, so this is a semiquaver. So I'm going to put another semiquaver here. The last note here is also a semiquaver. So we have, again, 3 semiquavers here, and together they make another dotted quaver. So now if you look at the beats, there are 1, 2, and 3 dotted quaver. So what would be the answer? 3 dotted quaver would be this one, which means it is 9/16 time. Let's move on to question C. Again, same thing. We're going to look at the choices first. We've got this time 6/8 time. Now 6 is bigger than 2, 3, 4, so it's a compound time. I'm just going to write down 6 first. Bottom number 8 means quaver. So 6/8 time means 6 quavers in a bar. Again, because it is compound time, it doesn't mean that there are 6 beats of quaver. It just means there are 6 quavers. So we have to do one more step to simplify it into 2, 3, or 4 beats. If you look at the chart, this one is number 6. So number 6, look at the first column. Now 6 means 2 groups of 3, right? And what is the main beat? It's a dotted beat, right? So that dotted beat would be a quaver times 3, which gives you dotted crotchet. So 6/8 time means 2 dotted crotchet beats in a bar. Now next choice is 4/4 time, simple time. It just means 4, bottom number 4 is crotchet, 4 crotchet beats in a bar. And then the last choice is 5/4 time is irregular time, but 5 just means 5 beats of, again, 4 at the bottom is crotchet. So we've got 5 crotchets in a 5/4 time. So you've got a choice of compound time, 6/8 time, and then 2 choices of simple time. Now we're going to look at the rhythm together. First, here, we've got a crotchet. So this is a crotchet. Then we've got a quaver rest here. So this is a quaver rest. Now then these 2 notes, these 2 semiquavers are beamed together. So together they make a quaver. And together with this quaver, another quaver, together this is one crotchet. Okay, so I am just going to start by thinking that maybe crotchet is the beat because now I've got 2 crotchets, right? So 1, 2, and just keep going from there and see how it goes. Now then the next group, these 3 notes are grouped together or beamed together. Again, well, just 2 semiquavers and 1 quaver. Together, it makes 1 crotchet. So if you are not familiar with this pattern yet, it's good to familiarize yourself with that because this is a very common pattern, right? 2 semiquavers plus a quaver. Now then the next group, we've got these. It's a lot of notes, right? Now don't get scared when you see something like this. First thing is, again, start with the smallest value, which means these 2 notes because there are 3 beams and they are beamed together. So together they make a semiquaver because both of them are demi-semiquavers, right? Now then here the first note, there are two beams, 1, 2, which means this is a semiquaver as well. The middle note here, there is only one beam, which means a quaver, so one tail. So now I've got this, two semiquavers and a quaver. So again, this is a crotchet beat. Now then after that, we have this note, which is a quaver with a dot, so a dotted quaver. Now what is a dotted quaver? Or what is a dotted note? Well, dotted note basically is just the note itself. Here we have a quaver, so quaver, plus the dot. The dot is always a half of the note it follows. So this will be a half of a quaver, which means a semiquaver. So now here we've got a quaver plus a semiquaver. Now then this semiquaver rest gives you another semiquaver. So again, quaver plus two semiquavers together will be one crotchet beat. So let's see how many crotchets we have all together here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 crotchet beats give you 5 4 time. So this is the end of today's lesson. We will continue with question 1.2 tomorrow. See you next time.